What up, though? It's your man Rap Talk coming at you again with another album that you should know. And today we're going to be discussing another classic in my book. Comes from some kids on the East Coast. I don't want y'all to think I'm biased and shit. First of all, my music taste be all over the place. I'm from the Midwest, I'm from Detroit and shit. I grew up on all different flavors of music. East, West, South, all of that. But today we're gonna get into an album on some 1995 shit. I don't want y'all to think I'm stuck in the past and shit, but man, it wasn't nothing like the 90s of the music and shit. I'm quite sure a lot of y'all can relate. So today we're gonna talk about the infamous album, Mobb Deep. Yep, there it is, Mobb Deep. The infamous album. Now, a lot of people think this was the first, even though they did have an album before this one, Juvenile Hell. But this infamous, dog, when this shit came out, this shit was hitting hard than a motherfucker, dog. And I'm going to be honest with you. I relate to this shit on a lot of different levels. Because I'm from Detroit, right? And we actually... I'm actually from a hood called 12th Street, and on a lot of songs on this album, they were saying 12th Street. And, by us being young and dumb and shit, I definitely used to just feel like they were just talking about the hood and shit. But anyway, that was just a sidebar. But this album here, man, this was just on some... First of all, it's like a clash because... First of all, when you think New York and shit, especially at this time, you're thinking about the backpackers, the lyrics, the Timberlands, the hoodies and shit of that nature. That was just the whole glow of the New York shit, the whole scene, and they was putting that out there. You had movies like Juice and shit, just you had Dials Effects. But these kids here, man, they just came to some straight up, that's out the projects, gutter shit, with lyrics, with beats. And mind you, this shit was like after the whole, Chronic and all that West Coast shit, that 9-2, 9-3, 9-4 shit, Snoop Dogg, all that shit was just going crazy, just through the airwaves. But this shit was hard on the level to where the lyrics kicked in, and it was just like that calm, cool, just street shit. That's why I fucked with it, I think, a lot, too. Because it's like it wasn't forced, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, some quote-unquote gangster rap, they be loud, they be had an angry look, they be forcing this shit and just, trying to force it on you. But this shit here, like the beats was calm and shit. It's like you could just stand on the corner and just bump this shit and just be like, okay, we chilling, Pull up, we chilling. Throw that album on and play this shit. That survival of the fittest. That was like, how the album start off. Of course they had the prelude, shit like that. But that survival of the fittest, it was just a head nod. Just hip-hop tune. That shit kicked in and just set off the whole mood for the album. And that's another thing I think some people don't pay attention to, and what can make or break some albums. It's like the order you put the songs in, on the album and shit, When you start off a certain way and just let that shit ride through, sometimes that can be the hit or miss of the whole album, from which somebody will let that shit play all the way through. But anyway, you have songs like Survival of the Fittest, Eye for an Eye, the joint with Nas and Raekwon, Give Up the Goods, all this shit. It was storytelling on this album. From songs like Temperature Rise and just talking about how, the hood just hot as hell. Niggas can't get their money on like they used to. because niggas done did stupid shit. You know, the temperature's rising. You know, from the whole melody or the vocals on the hook, the singing and the beat, you know. I just really fucked with this album, man. I just want y'all to go research this shit. Mobb Deep, the infamous album. I think this definitely deserved to be up there in the ranks. Not to mention they had the shook ones on here, which a lot of people, even though people already was up on it, but you know, they played that a lot in the Eminem 8 Mile movie, which was big as fuck. That movie was big as fuck. And you know, that song was played a couple times throughout the movie. That's just like a signature 90s hip hop song. That Shook Ones Part 2. And there's some signature hip hop shit, just that head nod. So definitely research this album. If you into music, man, go back and check this shit. You got to Drink Away the Pain. That was a bad motherfucker too. With Q-Tip on the production. You know what this talking about. Because actually in the lyrics, you know, they break it down like through the different types of alcohol. And then the other, he break it down in the clothes and shit. It's just a good ass song, man. I fucks with this album hard. That Trife Life, the productions, man. I think Havoc is slept on a little bit. He definitely one of the ones that's produce and rap. You know, you got your rapper slash producer. I think he deserved more credit. You know, what else was on here? That Cradle to the Grave. Oh man, shit was kind of dark, but that shit was just calm and cool on that gangster shit. You know, like I say, this album, it just shows you the different style of just street rap, and they were just coming from the East Coast at a time when the West was definitely flourishing. And then on the other East rappers, you know, you had your rappers like Biggie and Jay and them and AZ and them niggas and Nas, you know, they was on that cool shit, you know what I'm saying? They was on that popping bottles and, you know, rapping to the honeys. But this year, man, this was that gutter. This is for them project kids. This is for them nickel and dime niggas, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily just niggas who straight up getting money, but just niggas who own their way up and niggas who just working on something and trying to build, going through the struggle. And this album definitely hit. So definitely research this. The infamous Mobb Deep. The production heavy, lyrics heavy, concept. Check it out. Treat Yourself. R.I.P. Prodigy too. Definitely a good lyricist in my book. You know, definitely. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll let y'all on the back end. Rap Talk.